I was recently asked what this little icon is in the third column of the item list, and this is known as the reference icon. So if we have an item, I'll just create a quick unit cube, and I'll just subdivide this one time in faceted mode, and then in items mode, I'll select the cube, and then I'll just move it off in space to, let's say, a little bit in each axis. And then I'll press E for rotate, Alt X to rotate in a local action center, and then I'll just rotate this a little bit just to make it so that it's not very close to the origin and it's off axis. So here you can see in the cube mesh properties, we have all of these transforms sort of set away from 0. So I'll press escape to drop the rotate tool. And now let's say we want to duplicate this cube, or we want to perform some modeling operations that might be easier if we were to do so from the origin. Well, rather than zeroing everything out, which might not be an option, we can just click on this little third column, and what will happen is it will temporarily set our mesh into local space instead of world space. So with the little reference icon unchecked or disabled, our mesh item will show in its actual position in world space, and then if I click on it, it will reset it temporarily to local space so that we can do things like select some of the polygons. Let's just press W for move, hold Control and Shift, and select the X handle and just pull that off. B for bevel, I'll just shift that out and inset it a little bit, and then I'll select these two edges and these two, and we'll perform a quick bridge. And then we'll select these polygons, Alt W for an origin action center, Shift V for a mirror, and we'll mirror it on X. And you can see what we have here. And now when I set it back to world space, you can see that our all of the changes that we made at local space carried over to world space. So it's just a quick way to get your selected mesh item back to a local space at the origin for working purposes and editing. And then you can quickly disable it to put it back into world space.